Now we're talking about ordering a production or time factor there. And if you're not ordering a production, you will have other things that takes different time and you will have to plan them. But this is a critical thing where I see a lot of people misunderstanding how long time it takes. And we have mentioned a little during the process part of this course about these things, but repeat it plus make it more significant for the time planning. First, you're planning your what you want to do, and you have to prepare your order and things that are the base for that. As we was talking about example of t-shirts. So if someone wants t-shirts, they have to maybe have all the facts about the t-shirt, the colors, the measurements, the material, the designs, the printing, embroidery, the packing, everything. So things need to be done like that. And then it's after that, when you know what you want, you need to get the right manufacturer or the right agent to handle it for you. And then that will also take a little time. And then there is a communication back and forward, so that when they understand what you want and you see that they seems to be able to do it, maybe you can see what they have done before and so on. Then comes a sampling period, maybe, where you need to get samples or give them samples as well, back and forward with samples, so that it becomes clear what it is you want produced. And then you place the order either before the sampling or after the sampling period is over. And then there is the manufacturing. And manufacturing needs to be planned, it needs to be buying all parts and then producing and then process the whole thing and packing and everything. So how long time does it take for the factory side? Depends on the product, of course. If it's a product they already did manufacturing, so maybe 1 week is enough. But if it's a complex machine where they have to make new drawings and so on, maybe it takes 10 years in the worst case scenario, but a few years at least it can take. And as I said in the process part, that big garment companies, for instance, they often start 2 years before the product is on the shelf in their shops to do the drawings of making the patterns for the garments they want to have, and to start a process and get the manufacturing then, so it's shipped on ship instead of coming by air, because it's cheaper to get it there, and they have to be in time and they have to have certain margins and so on. So it can time. So anything between 1 week and 10 years that's what it can take. But you have to find out in your case how long it can take. My experience for the t-shirts and so on, if you take that example from my own experience, is that it never goes faster than 2 months, and 6 months for the first order is quite typical. And sometimes it can go a bit faster, sometimes it takes a bit longer, sometimes it can take over a year even, because before all details are in place, before someone who has never ordered before everything is in place and everything has been prepared, it can take longer time. So typically I say you have to have a few months at least for the planning that it will take, and then you have to transport it. It has to go from the factory to you, and then the arrival and handling and so on before it comes. So it's very important that you plan this and talk to people, ask the factory, ask them. And when people tell you how long time it takes, don't believe everything. Add always extra for everything, because it doesn't happen that way, that every time it comes exactly as you think. And it's very irritating to order a product for Christmas and then getting it in January, believe me.